Jake, I mean, for you, I mean, you've made it big, but obviously now this thing is something special. Going back to Cleveland, going back in your hometown to see your people, praising you, celebrating you. What's that going to mean to you? Do you have to set that aside, or you're going to embrace that as you walk into the
I'm
ring?
going to embrace it. I've always fought for my family, for my friends, because people have always doubted us, made fun of us. So I've always fought for my friends and family, and it's special to be going home, and it adds just a little bit more of excitement. This is my first fight as a professional with like a real crowd. So I always love the crowd. I'm a game time player. I feed off that energy.
You are now astute enough in boxing to know when to take advantage of certain things, and I think the biggest advantage you have going into this fight is your size advantage over Woodley. How do you do that? What do you plan to do to make sure that becomes a factor, an issue that decides the outcome of this fight?
I think just using my range and reach, and boxing. He's an MMA fighter, and yes, he knows how to strike. Yes, he's been boxing longer than I have, but I will outbox him, just like Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz too. It's gonna look a lot like that.
I always remember we sat together at Staples Center right after Logan had announced his fight, and I was interviewing Logan, and you sat there so diligently listening to my every question, like you were into this. You had not yet announced you were going to be a pro, but you were into the idea of what it's going to take to be a pro boxer. You're a quick study, also as well. When you look at what you've done with YouTube and kind of seeing the way that things need to work, is this to your advantage, that you are such a thinking man's fighter? I don't know that you get enough credit for that.
Well, thank you. Yeah, look, it's a thinking man's sport. The best boxers are the smartest ones, and I've dedicated myself to this, like you said, and I've paid attention to every detail in this sport since day one, and I love it. I love what I'm doing. So when you're passionate about something, you're going to grow even faster than if you weren't. So I have a little bit of an edge in utilizing my youth and social media and marketing to kind of take over this sport.
Absolutely. And last thing, have you already sort of mapped out, beating Woodley and what you would do after that, or is it too premature?
We've had discussions. I'm gonna beat Woodley, so people say, oh, don't look past your opponent, but it's like I have the game plan in my head, and if you know you're gonna win, then start planning ahead. Can't say any names, but got some big people in the lineup, and just looking to do as many fights as possible, take down one person at a time.
Great, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
as
you.
Always.